Yo, good evening, everyone from the USA, all over the world, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Greginator, aka the Unstoppable Independent Podcaster, YouTuber, host with the most, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you're now listening and tuning in and rocking with the 122nd episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. And we are live and direct from YouTube, StreamYard, and alongside of myself, which is the Instagram live feed of the podcast show page. Make sure you turn your notifications on the gram. And if anybody missed any previous episodes, including the new ones, don't worry, I got you. All right. All you need to do is go ahead and grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, G Money Stacks 555. Make sure you tap the naughty bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics that's discussed. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes, and make sure you share the episodes, download the episodes, and of course, make sure you tell a friend to another friend and share the videos from the YouTube channel right here. And I will go over the audio streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show, right? So, first and foremost, without further ado, we're gonna go into a little segment that I like to call mental health check-in. And you know how this goes. It's all about your well-being, what you're going through on the inside and stuff, whether it's something related to, trauma or whatever case scenario may be. For me, mentally, physically, and spiritually, I'm gonna start off with mentally. I was a little upset for the past 2 or 3 days or whatever. Um, based on the very disappointing issue in terms of you know baseball being canceled and stuff. So I was pretty upset about that, but I am going to get more in depth into it on my sports podcast, which is excellent, fun, vibrant podcast, the Sports Edition show. Um so basically today was a little different. Physically and spiritually I'm all right. So as I always say, each and every week, make sure you reach out to your loved ones, especially your husbands, your wives, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your friends as well. Those individuals might be fine on the outside, but on the inside, they are not. So, what you want to do is basically try to reach out to them. There's no good time or time frame to actually reach out to somebody. You just go follow your your mind, your soul, your heart, and your instincts, because common sense is not always common. You know what I'm saying? Um and you don't have to wait till mental health day or mental health awareness month, which is in May every year, to actually reach out to somebody. You know what I mean? Um so yeah. So that was your mental health check-in. Um we're gonna go into something that I like to call the New York Mass Transit Files. All right. This is where I get into some transit news of what's going on behind mass transit in New York, or what's going on. And in this case, this has to hold on. Let's do a little sound effect here, man. All right. In this case, this has to do with an idiot in the Bronx. I'm gonna fill you in on who the idiot is, so stay with me. Okay, so our first topic in transit news has to do with an idiot who decides to actually do something very, 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 very outrageous and stupid. So here's how the story goes in the New York Post. So a man smeared human feces, which is poop, on a woman's face in an unprovoked rush hour attack inside a Bronx subway station. Sickening new video. The 43-year-old victim was sitting on a bench on the southbound platform of the Wakefield 241st Street station around 5:15 p.m. February 21st when a man began walking towards her holding a black plastic bag, according to cops, and the clip released late Sunday. Of course, then, without saying a word, he smashed the vile contents of the bag in her face and then smeared it on the back of her head, the footage shows. The assailant took off after the attack, and cops were still looking for him Monday morning. Mayor Eric Adams called the incident a horrific experience for anyone to go through at an unrelated press conference Monday afternoon. Yeah, it is. Human waste or someone spitting in your face, those are real signs of mental health issues, and we really must dig into how we're dealing with these mental health issues, said the mayor. The nauseating incident comes amid a frightening uptick in Big Apple subway crime. 3 days later, William Blount, age 57, allegedly bludgeoned hero, city health worker Nina Rothschild, also age 57, with a hammer and stole her bag in a Queens subway station, which I just discussed the other day. Rothschild was taken to Cornell Medical Center in critical condition with a fractured skull and bleeding on her brain, according to cops and sources. That's crazy, man. That's really stupid. Like, why? That's my question. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. I don't understand what possesses a person to actually do something like that. That to me is just grimy. You know what I mean? So, okay, another MTA New York news right here. Um, so MTA announces bus route service changes to take effect in March amid JFK Airport terminal redevelopment. This is for the New Yorkers out there in the five boroughs, especially Queens. Um, Beginning March 27th, the Metropolitan Transportation Authority will implement bus route service changes to and from JFK Airport to accommodate construction at Terminal 6. The bus route changes um, will remain in effect until construction at the impacted area is completed in 2026. According to the MTA representatives who provided a brief overview of the JFK Airport redevelopment plan at the Community Board 13 Transportation Committee meeting on Thursday, February 10th. End quote. The current bus stop at Terminal 6 needs to be relocated to adjust for the upcoming infrastructure at the terminal. We are working closely with the MTA community and elected officials to ensure that everyone is aware of the work at the airport, said Rochelle um, Antoine, community outreach manager of the JFK redevelopment program. We are looking at a $20 billion project happening in Southeast Queens. There are there are four MTA bus routes that currently serve JFK Airport. Obviously, the B15, the Q10 local, Q10 limited, and the Q3, which is one of the bus routes I'm familiar with. These four routes currently stop near Terminal 5, but that stop will be removed and relocated. The B15, Q10 local, and Q10 limited will now terminate at the Lefferts Boulevard Air Train Station, according to Matthew Crow, transportation planner for the MTA. The Q3 will instead stop at Terminal 8 and then continue to the Lefferts Boulevard Air Train Station along the service road. For commuters who take the B15, Q10 local, or the Q10 limited to Terminal 5, they will have to get off at the Lefferts Boulevard Air Train Station, where there is free entrance to the station. The air train stops at every terminal. If commuters are traveling to the north or south service roads via the B15 or Q10, they can transfer to the Lefferts Boulevard station and take the air train one stop to Federal Circle and transfer to a free Port Authority shuttle bus. Another option for commuters is to take the Q3 bus at the Lefferts Boulevard station and travel to the service road. To accommodate the extension of the bus route service changes and more commuters, the MTA will add additional buses to the Q3 bus line during the weekday and weekends when the project begins. Once this project is completed, and it's a bit of a long-term project, we will take all the buses back to their original routing, and a transportation hub will be developed at the central terminal area, providing space stops for each of the buses, Crow said. The bus stop will return to the central terminal area in 2026, which is like 4 years from now. The MTA has been conducting extensive outreach in Brooklyn and Queens, which will be most affected by the bus route changes. Antoine said customers can expect to see signage on buses, bus stops, and the MTA's website. Hmm, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. I'm not sure how everybody's going to really react to all this. So it's kind of hard to actually, really realize. Cause it's kind of hard. Like, you know what I mean? Um, this is crazy though. Hold on. We got somebody in the building in the Instagram live feed. Hold on. Oh, Frenchie Nilla. Hey, thought I spot by to check out your live. I'm Kiana from Pecot. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Kiana? And Tiffany Tiffany Streams. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling today? How you feeling mentally, physically, and spiritually? Thanks for joining. All right, so I was not expecting that, but thanks for stopping by though. So we're gonna go into a little thing that I like to call, of course, chatting on the jazz right here. Y'all ready? Hold on. Okay. Our first topic our first topic for today has to do with let's see. I know exactly how I'm gonna actually. So we're gonna start with All right. A couple weeks ago, in episode 113, I actually addressed something in regards to the whole Joe Rogan shit, right? The thing is, um, as I was trying to tell certain individuals in the group chat or whatever, that a white person like Joe Rogan does not get a fucking free pass, okay? Um, so this is gonna be let me hold on a second. Yeah, so this is gonna be um yeah, and I got a lot to say on that one. All right, so of course, Fat Joe blasts Joe Rogan for using the N word on his podcast. He's a piece of shit. Of course he is, man. Of course he is. It's been a controversial few weeks for Joe Rogan, who has been called out by many for spreading COVID-19 vaccine misinformation on his popular Spotify podcast and his repeated use of the N-word on the show. Among those addressing their concerns with the host, besides the several musicians such as Neil Young, who have opted to pull their music from streaming from the streaming platform, is New York legend Fat Joe, who recently posted a video where he called Rogan a piece of shit per hot new hip hop. Shout out to everyone that's better than me and taking their music off of Spotify. I'm not Fat Joe shit because all my people know I'll do charity. I will open a business in the hood and give out jobs. I will give computers to the school, but but I have to get to my bag. I ain't crazy. I'm not taking my music off Spotify, but Spotify is made up of black music, whether it's R&B, whether it's rap, trap, reggaeton, all that fall in there because our music is on that platform and they make their money from black people. Do you think it should be allowed for a guy to be talking racist shit on their platform? Some social media users have since used the opportunity to bring up that the MC, who is of Puerto Rican and Cuban descent, has used the N word. Okay, but this is different. This is different. This is different. We're not talking about a Puerto Rican guy, man. We're talking about a vanilla fucking wafer who decides to do that shit and thinks he could get a free pass. That's not fucking happening. Fat Joe has previously addressed such concerns, telling listeners back in a 2019 interview on 92.3's The Real with DJ Head and Bootleg Kev that people who want to look at things with racist eyes and a racist view were the ones who were upset with his use of the word per BET. And listen, for anybody that's in the Instagram live feed, you're more than welcome to actually comment on the topics that's being discussed on a weekly basis. All right. So don't you worry about that. I got y'all. He added that he treats black people and Latinos the same way, 100%. I treat them all the same way. My thing is, when you say you are Latino, why are you using the N word? Are you calling me racist for using it, Joe asked at the time? Like, do you think I'm racist for using it? The way the N word offends me is when someone says it in a racial way and we feel like somebody's trying to call us a Nigga. So now you looking at me with racist eyes when all I do for my culture, my people. Earlier this week, Rogan said he felt relief when the viral video of him saying the N word several times started making rounds online. That video had always been out there. The podcaster said this is a political hit job. They are taking all this stuff I've ever said that's wrong and smushing it all together. It's good because it makes me address some stuff that I really wish wasn't out there. Okay, that's no fucking excuse, man. That's no excuse. And there's probably a couple of people that's actually calling him out for that shit too, other than Fat Joe. Um Other than Fat Joe though, who else is of course Samuel Jackson. Hang on a minute. Samuel Jackson is hang on a minute. Samuel Jackson, Freddie Gibbs. Let's see what Freddie Gibbs has to say about that. Um okay. Yeah, Rogan has apologized after a compilation video of him using the slur surfaced online. Um, okay, Freddie Gibbs has said that he doesn't think Joe Rogan is a racist, despite the podcaster using the N word doesn't dozens of times in previous episodes. Folks, hold on, man. I need to go on a tear on this shit right now, man. Let me go on a tear on this shit though. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Listen to me, hear me out good. All right. A couple days ago, um, I've been trying to tell you know, individuals in the group chat or whatever who basically was, who basically tried to defend Joe Rogan in terms of the context. No, motherfuckers. No matter how many times you try to flip this shit, no matter how many times you try to flip this shit, that's no excuse for a white vanilla motherfucking wafer to actually use the N word. That's no excuse. And he said it multiple times in some of his episodes. Are you fucking kidding me? For anybody that's trying to defend this guy, that means you're part of the fucking problem too. And you think that that is okay to be surrounded with a racist motherfucker, okay? I bet y'all wouldn't I bet y'all would not even invite this guy to a fucking barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Cuz he doesn't understand what black Americans and African Americans go through or whatever. He doesn't understand. So why are we feeling sorry for Joe Rogan's stupid ass? Why? That shit makes no fucking sense to me. And another thing, for anybody out there, no, actually, not anybody out there, for those individuals in the group chat, I'm not gonna say any names whatsoever. For those who try to fucking belittle me, and and I tell you, any if a white person says a racial slur, any racial slur like the N word or whatever is considered a fucking racist. Okay, if you call me a monkey or a orangutan or whatever case scenario may be, you're a fucking racist. Period. You defend a racist motherfucker, that means you're part of the problem, and and I'm gonna cut you off. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's not funny right now, man. For somebody to belittle me, certain individuals try to belittle me and shit, and to say my facts ain't shit. Let me tell you something, motherfuckers. I do research on a daily basis for stories that I talk about on this show right here because I'm the person that's actually providing the facts here, man. Not no fucking conspiracy theories and all that other stuff because that's not me. I don't do conspiracy theories. That's some bogus ass shit too. You know what I'm saying? I hate being belittled and pigeonholed into all this stuff. Yo, seriously, let me tell you something. I'm not a big fan of fucking politics, okay? For anybody that I know who's defending Joe Rogan and his racist shit, and then you try to give him a free pass or whatever, I have a problem with that. I really do have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that ain't okay, man. And for somebody to for anybody out there who is trying to take sides with a vanilla wafer, vanilla ice with no fucking ice, motherfucker, who decides to, act like nothing happened. And this is the same motherfucker who gave misleading information in terms of the COVID-19 shit and the ivermectin shit. Look, okay, someone told me that ivermectin was used for humans and all that stuff, right? But is it really legal? Is it really legal? I don't think so. But anyway, the point is, and the moral of this story right here is this: a guy like Freddie Gibbs, who thinks that he's not a racist, is part of the problem. I'm sorry. And the thing is, he's fucking black too. Which makes no fucking sense to me. You know what? You know what though? Let me flush this fucking story down the damn toilet though, man. But before I do that, for those out there who is defending Joe Rogan and all that other stuff, this is what happens. Now I get to flush the toilet. Okay, now hold up. All right, man. I'm not gonna waste my time on this shit though, man. I just had to say what I had to say on there. Man, screw this shit. Yeah. Now we're gonna go into a little something something in regards to Gunna. Here we go. I'm not stupid, man. I am not fucking stupid though, man. Okay, Gunna. All right, according to charts data, Gunna's DS Forever has sold over 500,000 units, which would technically put the album in range of gold certification from the recording industry of America. However, the the RIAA has yet to confirm or even respond regarding Gunna's potential gold plaque. And it seems like Gunna himself didn't even know he was in the running. The rapper reacted with surprise to the news when it was shared by Our Generation Music on Instagram, simply writing, "Oh wow," in the comments. Regardless of what the RIAA has to say about DS Forever, the Pushin P lyricist has seen a monumental amount of success with the project. The album, which features appearances from Young Thug, Chloe Bailey, Chris Brown, Drake, Kodak Black, G Herbo, Lil Baby, Future, and others, crept its way to the number one spot on the Billboard 200 on January 18th, besting the weekend's Dawn FM, which was the projected winner. The Atlanta rapper then bested The Weeknd again for a second week in a row on the Billboard R&B and hip hop album chart. The YSL signee also had a massive Super Bowl weekend. Sunday, February 13th, Gunna performed during the DirecTV and Maxim's Super Bowl 56 weekend party in Los Angeles. The party called Maxim Bet Music at the Market, powered by DirecTV, also featured Gunna's fellow Drip Harder colleague, Little Baby. He also just treated his fans to a brand new surprise track on Monday, February 14th, in honor of Valentine's Day. The romantic song called Banking on Me, featuring production from Metro Boomin, and further implied the rapper might be dating Chloe Bailey. Nah, I don't know about that one right there, man. um the pair have been seen together on multiple occasions since 2021, but the pair haven't confirmed nor denied any sort of romantic involvement with each other. Well, you know how this shit goes. Yeah, um, speaking of which, the other day, as I'm listening to one of the episodes of High Learning Podcast, and the issue has to do with the host of Fresh and Fit podcast, who I used to listen to until I started three podcast shows. And this is pertaining to Brittany Renner. So here's what's happening here. Brittany Renner confronted the controversial podcast host for their comments about her and called their podcast forgettable. Brittany Renner's takedown of Myron Gaines and Walter Weeks was so scathing it flipped the script. For once, the host of the Fresh and Fit podcast gained attention for being on the receiving end of a tongue lashing rather than the other way around. Their controversial takes on women have garnered lots of attention, and they frequently clash with the female guests on their podcast. Joe Budden recently spoke out against the pair, issuing a lengthy statement after Asian Doll's viral appearance on the podcast. Budden also addressed Gaines' resurfaced remarks disparaging black women. Yeah. That's crazy, man. What is going on with this thing? Yeah, so Brittany Renner is one of the many women in the industry Gaines and Weeks have criticized in the past. The model and author addressed them head on during an episode of DJ Academics' Off the Record podcast. And she said, in quote, "You said you warn guys about girls like me, so tell me about girls like me," said Renner. Gaines responded with just women in general. However, Brittany Renner wanted him to be direct. Don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here, you did say that you warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I? Oh man. That's terrible, man. That's a terrible statement, man, to actually say during your own show and to actually, be on some shit. I was like, yo, when I heard this, I was like, yo, I just need to talk about it though, man. That right there, that's crazy right there, man. Yeah. And I don't even listen to Off the Record podcast, man. I got my own shits that I have to worry about though, man. Um okay. So, Gaines responded, "You are not special. You are like other little girls." Renner then asked Gaines what made him special and continued when he didn't have a reply for her. She questioned what he gets from telling girls they are not special. How does that make you feel? She asked. Because if I say you are a bitch ass nigga, that does something for me. Wow. Wow. That's oh shit. um if I insult you or if I tell you you are not special, you are forgettable, that does what does that do for me? Renner went on. Her clapback continued as she told them she turned down their podcast with its all excuse me underwhelming name because it was forgettable. Hmm. Well, while Gaines and Weeks failed to offer up much of a response, the reactions on Twitter were quick to praise Renner. Well, that they really got embarrassed though, man. Yo, you're not gonna catch me doing no shit like that, man. I'm not kidding. You're not gonna catch me doing no shit like that. I'm just not that type of person who's gonna do that. um, you know, all right, so this is what the people from Twitter's been saying. So someone from Twitter said at academics, Brittany Renner, what makes you special? Then another person says Brittany Renner pulled up to that podcast and them dudes couldn't keep the same energy. They got bullied in high school and black girls didn't like them and it still hurts. Oh shit. Oh man, that's some funny shit though, man. All right, some more comments in the Twitter sphere. You know, you down terrible when Brittany Renner is telling you how to be a decent human being. That's true. I immediately have beef with anybody that puts me in the position to side with Brittany Renner. You know how worthless you are when Brittany Renner is dragging you accordingly. Oh boy. Um, I ain't I ain't even gonna I ain't even like Brittany Renner, but I'm so glad someone put them in their place and made them feel dumb. I can't stand them. Oh man, I can't believe Brittany Renner is the hero. We needed to start dismantling Fresh and Fit, but it is a joy to watch. Wow. Wow. Hold on 1 second, folks. Hold on. All right. now, now before I even go into the next topic right there, I should say something about this story right there. If you are a content creator like myself, who is doing, interviews and inviting guests to your podcast platform show, um, I think I think there's certain stuff that you have to really be mindful about. And these two dudes right there were not fucking mindful right there. Yeah, man. And this is for anybody out there that's content creators for their podcast shows or whatever. If you have guests and stuff, right? You might not want to actually um you might not want to say anything too fucking crazy and stuff like that. And that right there is just, I don't know, man. Right there should really be a lesson to them and for anybody out there. Um, if you're gonna have a guest, make sure you do your research on them in terms of their, you know, what they do as far as credentials, whatever the case may be. Um, and honestly, um, I can't really imagine myself, having interviews in terms of me ending up like what they did. So I am more mindful of what I'm gonna say and stuff. So, unlike them, they need oh my gosh, man. And I bet you right now they probably in their feelings right now, man. So fucking butt hurt right now, man. I had to do it, man. They really fell flat on their face like a pancake. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord, this is so I can't help it, man, for me to be I can't help it. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Now we're gonna do all right, so NLE Choppa, right? Is what we're gonna do right here. Um, all right. So, okay, NLE Chopper. This is pertaining to okay. On his new mixtape, Me Versus Me, NLE Chopper is back in full force, much like the tape's title suggests. Chopper can only be described as his own competition because truly no one else is doing it quite like him. On January 28th, Chopper premiered his second commercial mixtape while originally planning to drop the project on January 21st. Um, Chopper delayed its release by a week after the death of fellow Memphis rapper and local legend Young Dolph. Rumor has it, however, that Chopper actually postponed his record because of a competing mixtape from the what's your name rapper NBA Youngboy, who I don't fucking listen to, man. He's fucking trash too. As a matter of fact, this is what I have to do for people that sounds trash though, man. I had to do it, man. I had to do it, man. I had to fucking do it though, man. All right. Yeah. Chopper and Youngboy have been beefing for a while now, and on January 17th, Chopper even threw a punch at a particularly investigative young boy fan in an airport. On Me Versus Me, perhaps in response to these troubles, or perhaps not, Chopper has harsh words for his enemies. You might remember the viral single Shot of Flow, which debuted Chopper to the world back in 2019 at the wee age of 16. In that track, listeners were first exposed to Chopper's most defining quality, his vivacious delivery. Over booming trap basses, sometimes thumping melodic instrumentals, Chopper supplied menacing bars with intense conviction. Back then and still to this day, there exists few rappers that spit with such energy, conviction, and ferocity. Even infectious delivery loses its staying power with enough repetition. As ASAP once said, it is definitely possible to have too much of a good thing. Chopper continues to deploy his signature aggressive delivery on this new project, which is good. It's what drew fans to him in the first place. Um, but he does so with buckshot precision repeatedly over the course of a bloated 53-minute project until this formerly good thing becomes repetitive and uninteresting. It is here that the title Me versus Me rings a little too true because Chopper's greatest strength ends up becoming a great weakness. In the 3 years he's been on the scene, Chopper has yet to grow creatively. First, consider the record's opening track, Shadow Flow 6. No, you didn't misread that. You didn't misread that. There are indeed five sequels to the first hit that made Chopper famous to begin with. Um, yeah, six if you count the Blueface remix. Okay, all right, hold on, man. Blueface is another person that I don't even listen to, man. So this is was he's whack and trash too. For those of you that's probably wondering about these sound effects that I just played and stuff, this is pertaining this is the blender sound effect and the garbage disposal sound effect. And these are like and the other ones has to do with a certain cartoon figure, Wile E. Coyote, who falls flat on his face. I had to get it here, man, because it's just to describe what's going on with certain people nowadays, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Um yeah, let me continue with this shit though, man. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, okay. Yes, Shadowflow 6 is undeniably a thunderous trap feast, but is nevertheless sets a worrying tone for the album's originality. The album moves onto songs like Trap Phone and Stompin', which are prime examples of Chopper at his most uninspired. They are dull, run of the mill trap records featuring monotonic melodies over generic beats. Even with the aggression, Chopper's unremarkable bars quickly become background noise. The track Final Warnings, despite employing brutal descriptions of murder, suffers from a similar lack of ingenuity. Whew. It's here that the listener begins to realize Chopper really only has three flows, and On top of that, two delivery styles, aggressive shouting and aggressive sing shouting. Throughout a 16-track project, this formula can get old pretty quickly. But not even the formula is totally reliable on Too Hot. Chopper's one selling quality, his powerful delivery is gone. He actually sounds bored on a song for the first time. Damn. Damn. Wow. That's crazy, man. Hold on. Hold on, man. I have to go. Dope podcast. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, anyway, let me see where I left off here. Um, let me see where I left off here. Yeah, but not even the formula is totally reliable. On Too Hot Choppers, one selling quality, his powerful delivery is gone. Um, he actually sounds yeah, I just read that part. Some features on this EP, however, do shine. On Push It, Chopper teams up with Young Thug to deliver a melodic trap banger. In addition to Thug's reliable verse, the instrumental actu- actually contains some um, chromatic variation. On Chicago to Memphis, Giorgio shows off vocals and lyrics that are genuinely menacing. On Change My Ways, though the singing takes a turn for the worst. Okay, that was one of the sound effects. I meant to do this one. Aggressive bars are followed by a nasally singing that is far out of Chopper's register, resulting in agonizing voice cracks. You know, melodies and auto tunes are a lot different. I don't even think they're very similar. I don't think they're similar. To be honest with you, I don't think they're similar. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think they're similar. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think they're similar. So, okay. Um, yes, songs like Jumpin' are similarly sonic misses. The instrumental is stagnant and dissonant. Hmm. Yes, where the ear desperately craves any note progression in the flute riff, there is none. I'm a dog is hilarious, but not intentionally. The chorus reminds us I'm a dog 8 times, leaving you really wondering if he's a dog. Chopper interpolates both Gucci Mane and Famous Dex on this track. hmm However, sees Chopper go beyond just interpolation, perhaps leaning too heavily on the signature hums of Kid Cudi. The best song on the album is also the shortest. This is stated without a hint of sarcasm. IYB is a mean trap banger and at only a minute and a half long. It is just short enough that Chopper's vices do not begin to beat the listener over the head. He's at his best here when the formula is kept short and simple. Fat drums, a booming bass line, and a threatening chopper delivering cold blooded bars are all a fun, really needs from one of his songs. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Um, you may notice there was seldom discussion of songs' lyrical content. This is because one does not listen to NLE Choppa for witty wordplay or thought provoking lyricism. Already known, no, excuse me, already well known and well documented are the tropes of the gangster rap genre. Chopper conceptually provides nothing new or particularly insightful. Um, insightful to his style of music. It is the delivery, the beats, and the atmosphere that make audience gravitate towards Chopper. On this album, there are many elements of that straight talking trap brilliance, but the majority of the tracks unfortunately blend into an unremarkable um, agglom- agglomeration. Yes, agglomeration of repetition and monotony. Hmm. Um. Okay. He also did. Hang on a minute. He also was on. He did an interview. Hang on a second here. I want to actually. Yeah, he also did an interview. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken. Um. Here we go. He also did an interview recently. Um. On a show in regards to. Now, hold on. So NLE Choppa isn't down to mess with women his age. He's looking for all the women who won't blink at signing a prenup. The latest guest on the It's Tricky with Raquel Harper podcast, and he's getting pretty deep about relationships, saying he knows exactly what he's looking for, even at the age of 19. He's convinced women his age just don't have the right priorities. He told Rock, if you at that age, you still learning, I know like what I want for myself. When the topic of marriage came up, he didn't shy away from it, but quickly made it clear his bride to be will have to sign on the dotted line as in an ironclad prenup. Chopper's message for any interested women is you get what you deserve, not what you want when it comes to finances. One woman's one woman who's definitely caught his eye is fellow artist Sweetie. He called her a beautiful lady. Now he does have um a girlfriend already, and when Rock followed up asking what would happen if he had to choose between a night with Sweetie or his current boo, he says, "Me and my girl gonna see what's up." Translation: the more, the merrier. Of course, I'm gonna check out that podcast when I get a chance. You can follow It's Tricky with Raquel Harper podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or whatever you get your pods to get this full episode. And she'll have new ones every week, like I'm doing right now. And the same with the TMZ podcast as well. So, you know what I mean? So there you go. Right there. Um, so there you go, right there. Let's see. What else can I talk about here? Um, okay. Let me see how much time I got here. All right, we good. Okay. According to Pitchfork, J. Cole has revealed the lineup for his Dreamville Festival, which returns to uh, Ray Raleigh, North Carolina on April 2nd and 3rd. In addition to Cole, the lineup features Little Baby Jid, who has a song called Surround Sounds, Rico Nasty, Kalani, Moneybag Yo, Earth Gang, Wiz Kid, Fabio Foreign, Blast, Bass, Mariba. Mariba, what the hell kind of name is that? What the hell? Hey man, hey, and Wale and more. Um, the event will also include a reunion between Ja Rule and Ashanti, as well as the first ever performance of DJ Drama's Gangsta Grills with Lil Wayne, Jeezy, and Ti. Find out, no, find the full lineup on the poster below. Okay, the festival has faced multiple setbacks in its short history. J. Cole first announced the event in 2018. The event was slated to feature SZA, Big Sean, and Young Thug, among others, but was canceled due to Hurricane Florence. The inaugural Dreamville Festival took place in April 2019 at um, Relays Dorothea Dix Park. To date, it's the only Dreamville festival to have occurred, as the 2020 edition was canceled due to the slamdemic. Since the 2019 Dreamville Festival, J. Cole and his label has released Revenge of the Dreamers 3. Last year, Cole released The Off Season. Um, so yeah. So yeah, there you go right there. Um I don't wait, does he have a website? I don't know if he has a website, to be honest, but nah. Okay. Okay, let's get into hold on a minute here. All right, let's get into another segment. We're gonna get into something I didn't get a chance to talk about this recently, and this is the movie Man Cave popcorn right here. Hold on a second. Now, I didn't get a chance to talk about Uncharted, which recently came out. So, um, so, um, okay. So, according to Variety, it's still good to be Tom Holland. The 25-year-old actor has been all but single-handedly preparing ticket sales at uh, North American movie theaters. North American movie theaters, uh, leading two films in the top three spots on domestic box office charts. Over the weekend, his number one adventure, Uncharted, repeated number one as his comic book epic Spider Man No Way Home followed closely behind in third place. Uncharted, Sony's long in the works video game adaptation, brought in $23.2 million from 4,275 domestic venues in its second weekend of release, representing a 46 decline in revenues from its $44 million debut. That brings its domestic total to 83.3 million for the big budget tent poles, which tend to be front loaded in terms of box office grosses. A 50% drop is standard, but making the hold for Uncharted a little more impressive. The film did not enjoy the rapturous rapturous reviews that greeted Spider-Man No Way Home, meaning Holland's star power likely had a hand in selling movie stubs. It helps that Uncharted is based on an extremely popular video game series and caters to younger males, a demographic that has been reliably going to multiplexes during COVID-19. Directed by Ruben Fleischer, Uncharted carries a $120 million price tag, so international ticket sales are key to getting out of the red. It's already been a big draw overseas, delivering another 35 million from 64 foreign territories over the weekend. So far, Uncharted has generated 143 million at the international box office and 226.4 million dollars globally, and that's before it opens on March 14th in China, the biggest movie going market. Meanwhile, another Sony blockbuster, Spider-Man: No Way Home, took the number three spot with three with 5.7 million from 3002 North American theaters, sliding only 23% in its 11th weekend in theaters. Since launching the December, the Spidey threequel has managed to stay within the top three on the domestic box office charts every weekend, a rare feat with or without an industry altering slamdemic. Through Sunday, No Way Home has collected an enormous 779.8 million dollars in total. Given the movie's stellar week to week hold, Spider Man could soon become the third movie ever to cross 800 million at the domestic box office. Globally, Spider Man No Way Home has passed 1.85 billion. In second place, Channing Tatum's PG-13 canine adventure Dog continued to draw solid attendance in its sophomore outing. The road trip buddy comedy from MGM earned 10.1 million from 3,827 screens over the weekend, pushing its North American tally to 30.8 million. It's a strong result for a film that carries a 15 million production budget. The movie, which was smartly marketed with the tagline "Don't worry, the dog doesn't die," in an attempt to win over anyone still reeling from the 2008 tearjerker Marley and Me, which I did not watch. Man, I'm glad I didn't watch that shit. Um, Continues to surpass expectations in America's heartland. Um, yes, Midwestern and smaller cities have been leading ticket sales for Dog over West and East Coast cities and other major domestic markets, which usually have the edge in the country's box office receipts. In an otherwise quiet weekend at the movies, two new releases, Studio 66 and Serrano, failed to make a notable dent on the box office charts. Studio 66, a gonzo horror comedy musical fantasy about Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl and his bandmates attempting to record their 10th studio album, landed in eighth place with 1.5 million from 2,306 North American theaters. The rated R, the R-rated film, to be exact, film got mixed reviews. Though several film critics admitted Studio 66 is at least fun to watch. Associated Press critic Jake Coyle list likened the film to a decent SNL sketch stretched to nearly 2 hours, and the New York Times critic at large, Wesley Morris, aptly described the movie as um, exuding real Scooby Doo meets The Shining vibes. Oh shit. Um David A. Gross, who runs the movie consulting film franchise entertainment research, called Studio 66 an original oddity, one that was built around Dave Gross and the Foo Fighters band popularity. This is a weak opening, he said, noting there aren't many horror comedies in general at the box office. Open Road Films and Briarcliff Entertainment released Studio 66. Wow. Serrano, a romantic musical drama directed by Joe Wright and starring Game of Thrones actor Peter Dinklage, nabbed the number 9 spot. The well-reviewed film, based on the 2018 stage musical and Edmund Rostan's 1897 play Serrano de Bergerac, about a tragic love triangle, opened in just 797 locations and grossed $1.4 million. Um, Nearly 60% of opening weekend audience members were female, according to exit polls. MGM will continue to expand the movie's theatrical footprint in the coming weeks, but given its $30 million production budget, the profit margins for Serrano could be more brutal than heartbreaking. Holdovers, Death on the Nile, and Jackass Forever took spots 4 and 5 on the domestic box office rankings. Disney and 20th Century's murder mystery Death on the Nile grossed 4.5 million from 3,420 screens. After 3 weekends in theaters, the movie has earned a $32.8 million in North America. On a better note, Death on the Nile has been more popular among overseas audiences. It has generated $68 million at the international box office, taking its worldwide haul to 101 million. Directed by Kenneth Branagh, who stars in the movie alongside Armie Hammer, Gal Gadot, and Letitia Wright. Death on the Nile cost a hefty 90 million to produce. And finally, Jackass Forever from Paramount Pictures pulled in $3.1 million from 2,909, excuse me, 919, no, excuse me, 913 to be exact, locations in its 4th weekend of release. The $10 million budgeted slapstick comedy has been a surprise winner at the box office, grossing $52 million to date. All right, let's see. So that was your movie Man Cave Popcorn segment. I'm going to do one more thing before we wrap up this show right here, and this is about things to do in New York City. All right. For those of you in the New York area that's looking for something to do, I'm here to actually inform you what you could do. Now, check this out and listen here. Friday, March 4th, inspiring Walt Disney the animation of French decorative arts. This will be the last weekend to experience the French inspiration Walt Disney pulled in creating the world of Disney due to its closure on March 6th. This exhibit explores the various works of animations at Walt Disney Animation Studios due to Disney's personal fascination with European art and French motifs within film. The exhibition references European culture, though Disney animated films like Cinderella and Rococo inspired objects in Beauty and the Beast. The exhibit is free with general admission to the Met. This is at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, located at 1000 Fifth Avenue, 82nd Street, New York, which is in Manhattan, folks. Chase presents currency conservations. Join Chase X Essence for a night of real talk about money and a lineup of thought provoking speakers that give their 2 cents on finance. The event is free and starts at 6:30 p.m. But it's best to arrive at 5:30 p.m. Apollo Theater, 253 West 25th Street. Yes, that's in Harlem, folks. Saturday, March 5th. Immersive Northern Lights at the Edge. The Edge at Hudson Yards will have a nightly immersive light display that portrays the Northern Lights. The event will be the night will no hold on. The event will be held from 7 to 10 p.m. with 4 20-minute shows. The show will be accessed through Edge's general admission tickets. The price is $38 for adults and $33 for children. Um okay. So, New York City residents can purchase tickets for $36 and special rates apply to seniors, active and retired members of the US military. So, the location um Edge 30 Hudson Yards, New York, New York 10001. Women's History Month movie Harriet. Oh gosh. Um the New York Public Library is hosting a movie viewing during Women's History Month to pay tribute to the extraordinary life of Harriet Tubman and her escape from slavery and the impact she left on American history. The film starts at 4 p.m. Free, Jerome Park Library Community Room, 224 East 125th Street, New York, New York, 10035, which is in Harlem again. Um, The Sweethearts of Comedy. This show, hosted by comedians Drew Anderson and Tim Platt, will be a night to dine in, have some drinks, and laugh the evening away. The show is from 7:30 to 9 p.m. General admission is $15. Location is Union Hall, 702 Union Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11215. And finally, Sunday, March 6th, Family Bowl. Rock and Roll Playhouse is hosting an afternoon of family friendly bowling. The bowling alley will be open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Brooklyn Bowl, 61 Width Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11211. Container gardening on rooftops, terraces, and balconies. If you have ever wanted to learn how to tend to a rooftop garden, now is the time to grab your tools and get going. Learn technical aspects like irrigation, tending to the soil, suitable plants, and proper care with instructor Doris Lachelle. The workshop will be from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tickets are $93 for members and $102 for non-members. Um, and the location is at the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens, 990 Washington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11225. And that's your places to do on New York City. You know what I'm saying? And now I think it's time to actually wrap up this show, episode 122. And yes, if you like what you heard in today's episode or any previous episodes whatsoever, um, feel free to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App so you could be so the show can continue to grow. And don't worry about having a lot of money. It's all about doing the best you can with whatever amount of money you decide to donate. All right. So it's G Money Stacks 555, $ G Money Stacks 555. So it's $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. You don't necessarily have to break the bank for any of this. It's all about doing the best you can, like I said. Um, and whatever amount of money you decide to donate will be appreciated. All right. So don't you worry about that. Um, Now I'd like to go to another segment. Hold on a second. No. Now, I'd like to go on to another segment in regards to giving you guys some free game, which is called Podcast Free Game Mechanisms. Hold on a minute here. That ain't the one. And this is the segment about where I actually inform you guys who are interested in making a podcast like myself who has 3 shows under my belt. You guys I'm going to inform you on some stuff that you need to start a podcast. So here we go. Here we go. First thing you need to start a podcast, you need headphones. Second thing you need is a microphone. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It could be something like a Yeti microphone, and it could be an Voxcon A800 microphone that I'm using right now, which is I bought that from Target. And you can find microphones not only in Target, you can find it at Best Buy, Amazon, and of course you can try Walmart as well. So yeah. You also need a computer and a laptop. Either one will be good, so you can do your live streams on the YouTube channel, and of course, make sure you are able to set an account for StreamYard. Now, StreamYard is actually the software that I use for recording 3 podcast shows on a weekly basis. Now, what you want to do is set yourself an account, type in your email or your show's email address on there. Once you tap that in, you're going to click the spot where it says get login code. When you go to your email, it's going to send you an email in regards to the 6 numbers that you have to type in. All right. Once you type in those 6 numbers, you should be able to tap log in. Once you log in, you should be good to go and be able to set up a schedule of when you want to live stream on any days of the week. Hold on a minute. All right. Now, the thing about StreamYard is that it allows you to create your own brand. Of course, segments like I did here, talking points, especially social media handles, your websites where people can follow your stuff, and of course, the name of the show right here. Um, and also, you are able to send invite links to people that you know that will be able to be a part of your live stream and your shows. Um, the best thing I could do is tell you is the simple fact that you get to invite up to 6 people. You know what I mean? Um, once any individual taps the link, the invite link, and I see any individual that comes through the live stream on the day that I record the episode, I will add you to the live stream, so you could chat with me and basically talk about any topics whatsoever, and basically, chime in on some stuff, be able to chime in on anything you want to talk about and stuff. So, um, so there you go, right there with StreamYard, right there. So that's um, and by the way, I want to address something actually from what I saw earlier in the damn group chat, though, man. Hold on, man. And I'm gonna say this to the people out there who are interested in creating a podcast. All right, look, if you have a unique name, you want to have you want to create a unique name that nobody has ever heard before. Now, um, what I could tell you is don't worry about the people that's not supporting your craft, like a podcast or whatever case scenario may be. For somebody to say if just because a person has a microphone doesn't mean he or she should start a podcast, which sounds a little fucked up and ignorant in a way. Now, I'm not going to say who it is, but I guess the point that I'm trying to say is there is no fucking blueprint on how to start a podcast. Same way there is no right or wrong way to start a podcast um on a weekly basis. Like, come on. There is no way you're going to actually, and I'm not gonna let anybody pigeonhole you into not following your goals and dreams, which is very important. So, you know, don't worry about those who's not supporting your show, like a podcast or any other type of craft that you're doing. All right. It's all about you and what makes you happy. All right. That's what really matters. And that's what's important. And that's what's important to me and to you out there. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah. So yeah, there you have it right there. I'm going to go to the last segment of the day and night. And I am going to actually get into a thing that I like to call stream choices on the go. And you guys know what this is about, though, man. Um, this is where I actually inform you in terms of the stream platforms and, of course, the social media handles, which I'm going to go to right now. So here we go. Um, basically, let me just say, first and foremost, be sure to follow me on 17 Live, which is G Money Stacks, Queens, New York. And also you can follow the show Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my other shows on the gram, which is excellent, fun, vibrant podcast. the Sports Edition show that I'm doing every Sunday at 6 p.m. on YouTube. Make sure you tap the noni bell for a reminder of when I'm going on the air. And of course, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show. I am going to try to record episode 54 today, depending on how much energy I have. So I'll probably do it. So we'll see. Make sure you follow that on the gram as well. Also, you can follow me on the gram as well on my primary handle, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Now, if you are on either page on the gram, like my primary page, G Money Stacks 555, or off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, you're gonna see a link that says Linktree / G Money Stacks 555. And it's gonna have, when you click on there, it's gonna have like a whole list of stream platforms um through the links, and and it's gonna be some apps that I want you guys to actually download as well. The first thing I would say is when you click on it, you're gonna see the first thing you're gonna see is for you guys out there that's listening and watching. If you have any questions on any topics that was discussed today in this episode or any previous episodes whatsoever, feel free to leave a voice message on there as well. So I already added a way for you to actually do that, and this is and it's you're gonna see the name of the show on there that says voice message, and when you click on there, it's gonna take you to the page with all the episodes on there already posted. You're gonna see the word message on there, and it's gonna, when you click on there, it's gonna have a little box on there, so you can record your message and questions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, Here's a list of streaming platforms and of course apps that I want you guys to actually download to your iPads, your Android tablets, your iPhones, and your Android phones too. So, starting with Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating for Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. We are on Stitcher. We're on TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts. And by the way, you can leave a review on the podcast and along with the episodes that's already posted. So you guys are more welcome to do that. And don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast episodes on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. You go on the YouTube, grab the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the noni bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. Make sure you leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Download your favorite episodes, share the episodes, share the videos, share the podcast as well as the audio streaming platforms that I mentioned. Make sure you tell a friend to another friend. Make sure you spread the word, and of course, like I said, um, share the podcast along with all your streaming platforms with the link that says linktree/gmoneystacks555 with your friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, whoever. All right. Now, um, that's gonna do it for me right here, man. Um, if you like to be a guest on this show right here, um, you can DM me on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, or you can email the show, which is in the bio of my podcast show page. You're gonna see the word email on there. You click on there and you're gonna type in the day that you want to actually be a part, you want to be a guest on the show on any particular episode. You know what I mean? So that's basically let me just put this up here. Let me just put it up here. Hold on. Let me just put it up here so you guys could actually get an idea. Um so this is the email right here. Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast at gmail.com. So you can let me know when you are free, what day you are able to actually do to be a guest on the live stream chat. And if I send you an invite link, like I said before, if I send you an invite link on the day that I am going to record the episode, um, and I see you coming to the StreamYard studio, I am going to add you to the live stream so that way you can chat with me. You know what I'm saying? Speak your mind on some stuff. It could be about what's going on in music today, what's going on in with the whole drill music shit, which I'm going to talk about in episode 125 of next week. I'm gonna try to have some people chime in on some stuff, so stick around for that one right there. So yeah, so you get it. It's Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast at gmail.com. All right. So there you go. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who came into the live stream of Instagram Live of the New York podcast show page. I really appreciate that, and do appreciate those who came through. Thank you to Frenchie underscore Nilla. Um, of course, um, of course, yeah, that's the only person that actually came through. So thank you for coming in, and thank you for chiming in and stuff. Um, so yeah, make sure you follow your dreams. Don't worry about anybody who is not supporting your podcast or whatever case scenario may be. All right. Don't let anybody tell you just because you have a microphone that you can't start a podcast. Look, as I said before, there is no blueprint of a right way or wrong way to start a podcast. Everybody's podcast is different. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is into politics and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know what I mean? So don't let anybody stop you from doing what you need to do to make yourself happy, because you matter. You matter mentally, physically, and spiritually. And be careful out there on the streets if you're going to work, meeting up with some people. Um, Make sure you have your hand sanitizer, wash your hands um, with some water and soap. Make sure you have your face covers. Make sure you have your bottled water, and also Gatorade for electrolytes for energy and strength. And also, make sure you keep yourself warm with a hot, warm cup of tea with some honey, lemon or lime, and of course, some hot chocolate. And if you have any marshmallows, you're welcome to add that as well. So that's the installation of inspiration, folks. I'm glad you guys had a good time. I'm glad that I was able to express myself in terms of the whole Joe Rogan shit. That it is not okay to give a free pass to him for saying the fucking N word. Because at the end of the day, for anybody that's defending this guy, I don't care what type of context it is or how you flip it, whatever it is. Look, you're gonna get cut off. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because you're gonna be part of the problem. So you know what I'm saying? Who else just came in though, man? Big game. No, big talk, big game. What's up with you? I'm about to get off the air anyway. Um, anyway, man, thank you very much for listening, tuning in, and rocking with me. I know you guys are looking for more new episodes, more new topics and stuff like that. So stick around with me, G Money Stacks, aka the Lonely Nomad, aka the Gregonator YouTuber, host with the most, and the unstoppable independent podcaster who's not under a label, by the way, and that's okay. So I'm cool with doing things independently. So you know what I'm saying? And to everybody who is listening all over the world, Canada, USA, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the 5 spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I thank you for listening and taking the time to listen and hearing me out and what I'm trying to say. Um, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And I hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. Peace and one love, and have yourselves a good night.